Welcome to another live, right? Welcome to another Terrific Tuesday where I am going to share with you the first call that I have, and all the information on the first call that I have when I speak with my clients. And the reason for that is simple. I've been working with them for a while now, and I still remember that first call and that first week actually, and it made the biggest impact in their lives, right? And then um, after a couple of things happened, I keep getting tons and tons of friends invites. My group is growing fast, a lot faster than I had planned, which is great. And I keep seeing the same challenge struggle coming up. I am struggling with balancing my time, making sure that I spend enough time on building my business, on my work, making an impact in this world, and on the other end, spending enough time with my kids, with my wife, and well, I know where they're coming from. And if you're listening to this and you're like, that's me, I know where you're coming from because a year and a half ago, I was in the same spot, right? Just trying to really work, make an impact, trying to provide for my family. However, they weren't happy. And the reason for that was that I wasn't spending any quality time with them. So we all know, I know how important it is for us to spend quality time with our family. So that's when I started deciding, okay, I need to do something different. And that's when I started implementing my planning. My plan is very extensive. However, this specific planning is very easy. It's very simple. I made the template really compact to take a short period of your time. I think it will cost you, maybe 10 minutes of your time to fill this out, 15 tops. However, it will have a huge impact in your life, right? So what I've done is I divided life and work up as in two different segments. The issue is most of us when we plan, if we plan, right, then what we do is we plan our work. And that's fantastic if you do that. However, life is just as important, if not even more important. We don't plan it, right? Sometimes we haven't even thought about how it looks like. We just notice that we're not spending enough time. But what does that mean? What do we want to do with that time, right? But those are questions and answers that I will discuss in further lives. Right now, I just want to talk to you about the fact that, you must try and plan. You must plan your life and your work, both as their own entities, right? To make sure that both get the focus that they deserve. Doesn't mean that they always get the same amount of time. It just means that they get focused time when it is that moment of the day, right? So I put in a link in the comment section. Let me do that real quick as well. I can do that, right? Yes, I can. So I put the link also in the comment section, but it's also in the description, right? Click on that link. It will take you to a Google Drive document. It is my Word document. You can only view it. So make sure to make a copy of it so you have it in your own Google Drive account. And that's the first step to planning your week. It is just planning, nothing else, right? Now, if you have the link, make sure sometimes you check because I keep updating this as while I'm learning from all the other questions that I'm getting. I've already updated it 3 times since the last time I worked with this. So again, click on the link and get your week planning, right? So it starts off with planning your life, getting 4 outcomes for that week, then determining what are the challenges, what is holding you back, what is stopping you from making sure that those outcomes will be achieved. And then also, you will write out what else is important for you to do that week, right? You just write 4 outcomes. Then you go to the next sheet, or right next to it, and there you write out, how you see your day happening, right? And then underneath, or how you see your week happening. And then underneath, you got 4 actions. And your actions, of course, they are related to your outcomes to make sure that your outcomes become a reality, right? And then the next page is for work. You do the same thing, right? Same basic steps. Very simple. Again, it's easier if you've seen it or if you're watching this, then click on the link. You can watch it while I'm talking about this, okay? Then after that, the next sheet, you will have underneath each other, you can put all the outcomes. So you have it on one page, which makes it more visual, right? And then after that is a just time blocks of each day. So then you're going to split up of the week goals that you've set. You're going to split up in the week exactly when you're going to do stuff. And there is when you put in exactly what you planned for the whole day, right? What time do you get up? What do you do then? Or what must be done then, etc., right? And then you put that all in there. Like if you still have a 9 to 5, you can put exactly that block in there saying, okay, from that to that, I am working, so I don't have time. From that to that, I'm traveling, so I don't have time, right? And then we will talk later on about if you're traveling, what other options do you have to make sure that certain things get done while you're traveling. That one guy was actually doing, while he's traveling from work to home, which was an hour, he said an hour, maybe an hour and a half travel time, he was having conversations with his virtual assistants to make sure that everything kept moving forward. I thought it was brilliant, right? Just put his phone there, talk to them while he was driving. I thought that's smart, making smart decisions about your time, right? I got lots of friends that are listening to audiobooks while they're driving. Great way of using your time beneficially. All right, so that said, you plan that in, and also it's for life and work, right? So work for me has always been, because I'm a dadpreneur, my work, my business, become a fearless father, and that's what I plan in. And I make sure if I have live interviews like tonight I will have an interview in 3.5 hours. I will be live with Kevin Steven. So I will put all those time blocks in there. So I know exactly, okay, when do I have the time? I got the times in there when I have to pick up my kids. And then I also plan in the time that I have time for them. So at this time, the sun's shining, it's nice weather out. So we plan to stay in the park. So I know I can't do anything except being with them, playing with them. But because I have everything planned, I know that I had enough time to work on my business, right? And after they go to sleep, I got more time to work on my business. And that's also strictly set when they go to bed. Now, I'm going to say this very clearly. Planning out in that much detail does not mean that I'm going through life like a robot. It's just the opposite. I'm going through life with a rope that is helping me. It's just a guide, right? What I've written down in a week, most of it happens, just not maybe on that day or that hour or whatever it is, right? I am flexible and I'm enjoying it and I'm working on it. However, it keeps me focused on what needs to be done. And it doesn't make me go all over the place when new shiny objects come on my road and I'm like, oh yeah, that's awesome, I should do that too. Nuh-uh. I park it and I focus on what I have to do, what I have planned for that week, right? And this always guarantees me to have time to play with my kids in the park, in the playground. It gives me time to make sure that I spend enough time with them, to eat dinner with them, to read their bedtime stories, drop them off in bed, to have all the time in the world that I need to go and walk the dogs. And then after that, of course, also have tons of time to spend with my wife, talk about the day, talk about, what happened, how much we enjoyed our day, and what we're going to do tomorrow, right? So I hope that helps. Again, click on the link. It's a Google Drive. You don't have to leave any email, nothing. Just make sure that you copy it so you put it in your own Google Drive and you can use it. I put my email address in there and I put a link in there just in case if you need some extra help. You can book a 15-minute call with me. Absolutely no charge, just me wanting to help, give back to all the fantastic comments that I've got so far for Become a Fearless Father. Okay? Have a terrific Tuesday and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.